So, in my opinion, my very humble opinion, Trump is wrong on this one. Let's read this, and then I'll discuss it with you guys, and definitely give me your opinion. Help me beat this flipping YouTube algorithm with some sort of engagement. YouTube hates news channels like mine, and it's all news channels. The mainstream media news channels, boy, they get all the help in the world, but us little guys, we get nothing. And not even the little guys, it's the big news, YouTube news channels too. But let's read this, and I'll tell you why I think Trump is a little bit wrong on this one. Trump doubles down on threat to Iranian cultural sites, demands Iraq pay for U.S. base. Yeah, Iraq isn't going to pay for the base. They're just not going to do it. Asked about fears Iran might retaliate, the president told reporters, if it happens, it happens. If they do anything, there will be major retaliation. Which, okay, I get you. I understand. But military targets. Now, we're going to read what Trump said, and then I'm going to say why I think he's wrong on this. President Donald Trump dug in Sunday night on his threat to attack Iranian cultural sites if Tehran retaliates for the killing of General Qasem Soleimani, one of Iran's top military and intelligence officials. I'm getting a little tired of saying one of Iran's top military and intelligence officials. Let's see. Speaking aboard Air Force One on his return to Washington on Sunday from a holiday at his Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida, of course he was, Trump said, "They're allowed to kill our people. They're allowed to torture and maim our people. They're allowed to use roadside bombs and blow up our people. And we're not allowed to touch their cultural sites? It doesn't work that way." Yes, Mr. Trump, it does work that way. It works that way because we do not sink to their level. We try to stay above. We don't go to this, we're going to attack your culture. We'll attack your military, yes. Okay, I got you. I understand. I understand there are needs for that at times. But we're better than that, and that's why it's not done that way. We're better than that. We don't sink to their level. Trump was responding to backlash over the threat he made via Twitter on Saturday to attack 52 targets if Iran retaliates, and his claim in a tweet that those targets would be at a very high level and important to Iran and the Iranian culture, according to a Pool report. Asked about fears Iran might retaliate, the president told reporters, if it happens, it happens. If they do anything, there will be major retaliation. I understand the need for the retaliation. Truly, I do. Do I wish it didn't have to exist? Obviously, because if it didn't have to exist, it would mean that we're in a world where we're not fighting each other anymore. But I understand the need to be able to put forth a strong front and let people know that if you attack our people or harm our people, we are going to harm your military. But the cultural sites, yes, they're off limits because we are a better society than that. We don't sink to that level. Trump told reporters the U.S. had surveillance on Soleimani going back 18 months. He was leading his country down a very bad, dangerous path, Trump said. Which, yeah. He was a terrorist for sure. A very influential terrorist in the region. Iranian Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif called the suggestion that the U.S. military would target cultural sites a war crime in his own Twitter response. Isn't the modern day and age great that we can hear and we can see what world leaders are telling each other through Twitter now? In 10 years, what's it going to be? It's just going to be a news thing, and it'll be like, who wants to be a millionaire? And you've got one world leader here and one world leader here, and they're just, going at foreign policy. I don't know. It'd be an interesting thing rather than going to war, wouldn't it? I already read that. Protocol of the Geneva Convention prohibits the targeting of historic monuments, works of art, or places of worship which constitute the cultural or spiritual heritage of peoples. Which, come on now. How long ago was it that they, in the Middle East, were destroying priceless statues and religious sites and historical sites? They don't care. They don't care about that. But because we live in a better society, we care about that. It's the barbarians at the gate syndrome, you know? Are we better than that? Are we worse than that? Who are we? While also prohibiting making such sites the object of reprisals, which is exactly what this is, the object of reprisals. But Secretary of State Mike Pompeo batted down the idea that the U.S. would violate the law with any strikes. The American people should know that we have prepared for this, and that we are ready, that our responses are lawful, and that the President will take every action necessary to respond should Iran decide to escalate, Pompeo told Chuck Todd on Meet the Press on Sunday. So, quotes, Trump's quote there, I do not agree with at all. It does work that way, Donald Trump. We don't target their cultural sites because we are not that kind of people. We are not that kind of nation. You are wrong in that, Mr. Trump. Perhaps maybe you worded it wrong. I don't know. According to Pompeo, you did word it wrong. In which case, that's another thing of, hey, know what you're tweeting before you tweet. But either way, yeah, no. We're better than that. And I hope we don't target cultural sites, military sites. Okay, I understand. I got it. I understand. I know. I got you. I don't like it. But I understand it. If someone was trying to do harm to someone in your family, you would step in and defend them, or you'd want someone else to step in and defend them if you were incapable of doing so. I mean, none of us wants our family to be hurt. And I guarantee you, most of us, your mother, your father, someone's breaking into your home and hurting your child, and you can't just remove the threat because the threat will not be removed. You will take action to whatever it is to defend your child and get your child to safety. So, that's what I got on this one. But give me your thoughts and your opinions. Is Trump okay? Do you agree with Trump? Do you have the opinion that I know a lot of people do, because I've discussed it online quite avidly this morning, that if they can do it and they can attack our places and they can use terrorism and they can this and that and this and that, then why shouldn't we fight fire with fire? Or do you believe, as I do, that we're a better society than that and that we rise above it? Does that make it harder for us? Yes. Yes. Being a better person is not easier. It's harder. It's harder. Every time you drive to work and you stop at every red light and it takes you a long time to go to work, and then, I don't know if you see it, but I see it all the time, people running that red light and they get to wherever they're going a little bit faster because they're breaking the law. But you know what? Because you are who you are and you care about rule of law and you care about a society that cares about each other, you obey the law and you get to work, and it takes you a longer commute to get to work. That's just the way it is. Being good is hard. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. I'll catch you on the next one.